Dead as a Doornail, Book 6 of the Stan Kraychik Mysteries. Author, Grant Michaels. Publisher, St. Martin's Press, New York. Narrator, Eric Aust. Chapter 13. That night, with no man or feline with which to occupy myself, I dial into HairNet, the inter-salon gossip network, also known as the telephone. I ring up Benji, a former colleague who used to work in a neighboring salon on Newberry Street, and who just landed a plum job as neighborhood events editor at the Boston Examiner. I don't ask Benji how he got the job, and he doesn't tell. All I know is he's got a lot of connections, and he met a lot of them horizontally. He answers his direct line. Neighbor watch, dish the dirt. Benji, I say. Penny, he squills back, using his nickname for me, inspired by my coppery hair. I hear you got that house. Thanks for giving me the lead, Benji. What are friends for, he says. But that place is so big, Penny. Aren't you going to need like a spouse or something? I have other plans. Too bad, he says, unless you're thinking of a brothel. That's what Boston really needs, a good male brothel. Benji, I need a little information. This is Dirt Central, Penny Pooh, and your timing is perfect. I just finagled unlimited internet access. Do you know what that means? No. It means I've been logged on since yesterday morning, Penny. This is the Telequeen network times 10. Now, what do you need? I tell him about finding Tim Chignassi this morning on my property. Oh, Penny, the welcome wagon has slipped. For Timmy, too, I say. That sounds like police work, says Benji. Speaking of which, how is that hot Italian cop of yours? The same, I say. It sounds like you don't want to talk about it. There's nothing to talk about, Benji. Not on that front. But I could use some information, anything related to Tim Chignassi. Benji says, information is a piece of cake, Pennykins. Just like you. And then I hear the clickety-click of his fingers on the keyboard. There's a pause, and he says, Hey, Dumpling, how come we never hit it off? I mean, romantically. It would be like dating ourselves, Benji. What's wrong with that? He says. I'd make a great wife. But we both want husbands. Not you, Penny. You had a husband. And look what happened. He was sexy, and you were 3 steps behind, like Chattel. That's not you, Penny. You're Leighton Butch. All gay men have a pal who makes them feel manly. Besides, said Benji, when was the last time you shopped for tableware? Dare I tell him about Myron's store? You'd be surprised, Benji. Yes, Penny, but did you enjoy it? You hate to shop, and that's what a wife lives for. Suddenly, Benji is all business. Okay, he says, here we go. We've got search results on Tim Chignassi. A few moments pass as Benji makes soft cooing sounds like he's eating candy. Ooh, he says. Very interesting, Penny. You ever hear of Gardenia and Sons? They're that big construction firm, right? Everything from high-rise monoliths to library tea gardens. Monoliths, he says. Penny, you have such a big vocabulary. But that's them, all right. Gardenia and Sons, Boston's one and only. Thanks to the expert search tactics of your devoted Benjamin, we have uncovered a link to the late, adorable Tim Chignassi. A link, I say. What is it? Patience, Penny dearest. I have only just begun. Now, Benji types while he talks. Am I chattering too much as usual? But if I can't express myself freely with you, Penny, why should I go on living? It's okay, Benji. Do what you have to do. But are you listening? I'm all ears. Not quite, Penny. Not according to what I've heard on these chat lines. But anyway, here we go. As you probably know, the Gardenias, those self-proclaimed blossoms of Italian nobility, have always kept our crowd out of the Columbus Day parade. And you know it's just because we do better costumes. But then last fall, they went and did an about-face, and they underbid every other construction company for the contract to renovate the recreational center. Recreational center? Love thing, he says. What time zone are you in? Oh, that's right. You were burnishing your buns in Key West when all this happened. Anyway, the South End Community Alliance, of which I am a director, in case you didn't know. I pledged a wad of money, thanks to your growling. I did not grovel, Penny. Anyway, SCCA, as we are known to those in the know, did manage to secure a building in the South End to convert to a recreational center. Read gym, sauna, steam bath. You get the gist? Oh, yeah, I see. Oh, said the man reading yesterday's news. Anyway, so Gardenia and Sons got the contract to rebuild the place, but they just about bulldozed us under with broken schedules and faulty budgets. It was scandalous. What's the connection, Benji? You really did miss all this, didn't you? I guess it's time for Brent to star. Benji drops his voice from colorata to mezzo to sound more authoritative. It's not clear exactly how it happened, but apparently one of Tony Gardenia's workmen was cruising another guy while this humongous I-beam was in flight. The I-beam veered slightly out of its intended path and broke the boss's neck. Did he die? Did he die? Penny! Did Mary have a hymen? So you're telling me the Gardenia clan hates gay men because their beloved Cian, Tony Gardenia, was killed while working on the site of a gay recreational center? And because one of the workers was momentarily distracted by the glistening physique of one of his colleagues. Let's not forget the cruise factor, my little Slavic dumpling. Who's little, I say. Just testing your attention, Penny. With all this background, it might have lagged. Background? Benji, you mean there's more? Oh, Penny, I know it's a long way to the altar, but it's worth the trek. Here's where it gets juicy. Despite all the accusations, the guy with the googly eyes was acquitted, because the crane he was operating was found to be faulty. Those naughty gardenias don't keep their equipment in tip-top shape. Supposedly that I-beam would have conked the boss even if the great straight Tom Selleck had been manning it. I'll bet the Gardenia clan wasn't too happy with the verdict. There's more, Penny drops. The very hunk whose vision was momentarily taken with one of his compadres, allegedly causing the death of Crown Prince Tony Gardenia, was none other than, small fanfare please, Tim Chignassi himself. Oh no! Yes, Cherie, I think I see the connection too. You're telling me that Tim Chignassi accidentally killed Tony Gardenia? No, Benny. I'm telling you he was accused of it. The charge didn't hold. No wonder Tim didn't give the Gardenias as a reference. Would you? Says Benji. Then it hits me. Benji, do you think... I can't quite say it. Benji helps me. That maybe the Gardenias killed Timmy. Is that what you're thinking, Penny? They couldn't, I say. It's too extreme. Penny, have you ever heard the word vendetta? These are Italians we're talking about. You know, the opera people? But Benji, if they killed Tim, they must know that I hired him to work for me. And so, by association, I'm guilty too. The line is quiet for a moment, then Benji says, I think Penny did a boo-boo. New mantra. I will not panic. I will not panic. I ask him, what happened after the accident? Nothing, says Benji. Work on the recreational center came to a dead halt. Oh, sorry, Ben. My internet editor must be dozing, but after that, the Gardenias refused to lift a shovel. They were too busy spreading the bad word about gays. Benji, can you check on something else? If you think it will save your neck. Does your magic box tell you who sold that property to SCCA? I don't have to look that up, Penny, because I know it. As a board member of SCCA, I was there. Oh, God, was I there. Anyway, the former owner was a family-owned bakery. Italian? Nope. French. Okay, then. Who handled the sale? That would be Gateway to Paradise. Clink, chunk, go the pawls and ratchets in my Slavic databank. I know it well, Benji. There was a bitch named Selena, right? Penny! Is that a nice thing to call a realtor? Are you feeling bitter? No, Benji. I'm trying to feel clever. By the way, where are you finding all this stuff? Oh, here and there, anywhere I can. Why? Is it reliable? Reliable, Penny! Is it true, Benji? Oh, Penny Pie, what is truth? I sigh. Never mind. Tuppence. You really have to get online. The chat rooms alone are worth it. It's like having your own talk show. Oops, gotta run. Here comes the boss. And the phone line goes dead. Breathless chats with Benji can be partially offset by a total immersion, alcohol bath, or something as extreme. This time I decided to run my own version of spa night at Snips. But instead of a complete beauty makeover, I settled for a self-inflicted dip and clip. First, I dye my hair mousy brown to conceal my redhead identity from any killers at large. Then I get out the electric clippers and trim the hockey hair down to a uniform 1/2 inch length. I consider shaving my mustache too, but the last time I did that I looked like a camel. So I dye it to match the hair, then trim it close. The new me shows little resemblance to the late Tim Chignassi. I look more like a cute, cuddly teddy bear. I'll say gargantuan shrew, but hey, I'm a Gemini. That means 2 personalities, minimum.
Gay Mysteries audiobooks. I think it is easy to hate a label, but a face humanizes the word. So this effort is twofold. To offer comfort to those like myself that your world didn't end because you don't fit into the view of acceptable society on both sides. And in hopes of helping those with family that are LGBTQ, that it doesn't mean we are aliens from the child they once knew. Reassure them so they can maybe be supportive at the same time, being true to their values.